Hello, folks, and welcome to the Pro Channel. It's not a typical video today. It's a sad day, and that is because Charlie Kirk has been shot, and it's not one of those moments in time when we can say that it was an ear or anything like that. It's not a video that we're going to show, and we're not going to give you any kind of health status or updates or anything like that. If we did, this video would be it would be late and out of wouldn't be newsworthy by the time you watch it, whether it's 30 minutes late or 45. News is happening quickly. But Charlie Kirk, who has been so famous, featured in South Park this season, and there are, I guess, people in the legacy media who really don't like Charlie Kirk, but I think the vast majority of Americans and people all over the world believe in the human dignity of every person. And Charlie Kirk is a tremendous friend to a lot of people in our space, and we're saying prayers for Charlie Kirk, for his family, for his friends. I would put up, I've seen people posting all over the place pictures of Charlie Kirk and his family. I hate that we live in a world right now where I'm not going to post the picture for you to see because we're not going to take that risk for his family. That's where we are. Joining us today is Apollo, Kevin Apollo, Vash Guy, and Jonas J. Campbell. Gentlemen, welcome aboard. Let's walk through what we've got right now, and then we're going to talk about it because this is an escalation in the aggression between those who have a different point of view and, I suppose, those who appreciate whatever is happening in the new media. I don't see any other way to frame it than that. We'll go to Daily Wire for this one, and we want to thank Mark Kern for the original post. It says, breaking, Charlie Kirk shot at Utah campus event. Sources say the beloved conservative commentator was shot in the neck. This is by the Daily Wire. It says, conservative commentator Charlie Kirk was shot at a university event at Utah Valley University on Wednesday. Multiple sources confirmed to the Daily Wire. Kirk, the founder of Turning Point USA, was shot during one of his signature events at the college campus in Orem, Utah. According to sources at the event, Kirk appeared to be hit in the neck area by a single gunshot. His condition at the time of publication of this article, as well as here on this video, is unknown. A spokeswoman for the university said that the suspect fired at Kirk from about 200 yards away from a building called the Losi Center, the New York Times reported. This is, of course, something that we have seen before, but we pray that it doesn't have a more tragic ending. You all will remember that someone tragically passed away at a Trump event last year prior to the election, and Trump, of course, was hit but survived. Jonas J. Campbell, that's you. You say disband CNN, and we're going to talk about that later, not today, folks. Not right now. Not right now. But we are going to share this, and we're going to talk about it briefly because this needs to end, and it needs to end now. And I mean it. Breaking 911 says MSNBC suggests the man who did such a heinous thing and brought pain and suffering to a family with little girls. What a horrible thing. MSNBC suggests that maybe it was maybe a supporter doing something in celebration. We'll play the clip, and then we'll talk about it.
In which a shooting like this happens.
Yeah, and again, to emphasize what you just emphasized, we don't know any of the full details of this. That we don't know if this was a supporter shooting their gun off in celebration, or so we have no idea. But
it's like they live on another planet.
Oh,
yeah.
Sheer absurdity.
They need to stop. They need to stop. I mean, let's just say it. This is too much. It keeps happening, and this comes on the heels of another situation that was not part of what we cover here on the channel. So we haven't covered it, but the situation with the young lady and what happened to her, on the subway, on the train, this has to stop. Evil, violence, and permitting people who are clearly, utterly deranged and have no respect for human dignity or for the divine. It's time for this to stop. And I don't know what the response is going to be from the government or what have you. Right now, it's time to just pray for the family. Vash, your thoughts on the situation as it's unfolding?
It's unbelievably heartbreaking because you are right. This is outside of Charlie Kirk and who he is. He's a father, right? Two, I believe, small children and a wife. And now, who knows if they get to see daddy again. And that's just, from the person. And you think about how influential Charlie Kirk has actually been, how many lives he's touched in what he has done. all over the United States. I mean, like you said at the beginning of this, I mean, he was on South Park. He was that influential. And he even said it himself. He's like, I've arrived. And very much he did. And he was extremely influential in the 2024 election. I know I believe he was a native Arizonan, if I recall correctly. I think he was proud in saying that. So I think that's public information. It's unbelievably tragic and sad. And the media has a responsibility to its viewers as we do to ours, right? And so when we hear MSNBC saying stuff like that, or even CNN and so forth,
it's grotesque.
Your words matter, and they have power, and nobody understands that better than the media, although they still do what they do, and it's shameful.
Right. And we're bringing this information to you folks and knowing that some of our friends out there will have to immediately change their security plans and details and how they navigate the world, because this is a very dangerous thing. And there's the opportunity for people to attempt to replicate something like this. So it's unpleasant in every possible way. Kevin, I want to go to you and just ask, what should people be doing, in response to this? Because a lot of people are going to be very angry, but I don't think that lashing out, I don't think that retribution in some sort of physical way does any good. I don't think it's what Charlie Kirk would want. What do you think should be the right response?
Honestly, this is it's
tough on all of us, Kevin.
This is a time when people should pray. We're better than this. I think dignity is a God-given right. This is probably what we've seen unfold over the last 20 years is, as disgusting and terrible as it is, this isn't us. We are better than this. We know we're better than this. This is, why platforms like this, why this new media exists. Because someone has to fight it. Someone has to be the bulwark. Someone has to sound the alarms. Someone has to raise the standards. Someone has to say enough is enough. But you can't get angry. You can't lash out. You cannot be like them. This is one of those times where you just have to kind of look inward and embrace your faith and understand that, no matter how terrible it is, the big guy doesn't give us anything we can't handle. And, pressure makes diamonds. We will get through it. The best that we can do right now is just pray that he pulls through, pray for his family, and just understand that it doesn't get better until we force it to get better. And you cannot do that with violence. You cannot do that with retribution. You've just got to stay strong and embrace those around you and just, endeavor to carry on and endeavor to be better. And make sure that, you challenge those who refuse to be truthful, who excuse evil, who indulge mental illness. We take them to task. We hold them accountable. And when it's all said and done, we say what we mean and we mean what we say. And the only thing we should be saying is never again.
That's right.
Hatred begets hatred, and it only escalates. And we have to be strong in this moment.
And that doesn't mean, by the way, folks, that you cower down. It doesn't mean that you're the kind of person to be bullied into submission by those who would wish you that you would just become a fearful creature. But I think that what you do is you face the world forthrightly. I think that what you do is you stand courageously and you say that this is unacceptable. And you say that I will stand upon the principles. And if you agree with Charlie Kirk, and many of you do out there watching, you say, I will stand evermore on this mountain that he's tried to climb, and we're going up there. And that's what you have to do. I'm reminded of seeing someone at one point at a funeral, and the grandparent had passed away, and the individual walked the grandmother out of the funeral, not because she had to leave or not. It was because at the end of the funeral, her husband was not going to walk her out, and somebody needed to take that place. And I think that's the way that we handle the tragedy of this world sometimes, is we say, in the darkest of moments, I will reflect the light as best as I can. Jonas, let me give you the final word on this. It's a tragic day, truly. Summarize, Jonas, what you're feeling, and hopefully bring us to a better place as we wrap up, so that we have somewhere we can go as we go into the next days when this could be pretty tough.
There is something important that needs to be said here, and that this is horrible, but also that doesn't mean that your life gives you something horrible happening in your life does not free us from the burden of doing the right thing.
Yes.
I know that it's very easy in moments like this to look out at the world and try to justify things that you wouldn't normally justify when you have a sober mind. I'm a Christian, and I believe that the next life is more important than this one. But for today, the thing that I want to encourage everyone who's listening to this is to try to be the kind of person that you would be proud of tomorrow, the next week, and even a few years from now, that you don't look on your actions over the next few days. It's very tempting in social media to say something quick, to get points. But remember, we need to live with people in a way, as the Bible says, to the best of your ability, be at peace with all people. Now, that being said, be clear. When evil happens, call it out. When hatred happens on either side, call it out. Do your best to be your best. And Mr. Rogers said it best. It's okay to be sad sometimes. Little by little, you'll do better again. You'll feel better again. I think that things can get pretty dark, but trying to get out of darkness can lead to a lot of light. And
That's right.
I think there's more light down the path, if not today.
Folks, as evil as things and people can be, you be so good that in comparison, you just overwhelm the world with the goodness that you're bringing to it. That's what the world needs. Folks, that's where we'll leave it. For the coming days on the Pro Show, just know there are going to be some videos where we're going to talk about these kinds of somber things. We're going to have to. Please know that there's going to be some videos that are going to be more lighthearted and fun, because we have to, because we need to. And please forgive us if you think that the ratio is off or whatever you think you would do if you had this channel. Please just know we're kind of heartbroken, and we're going to do the best we can in that heartbroken state. Folks, we'll leave it there. If you could like this video, we'd appreciate it. If you comment, please do so respectfully. Until the next time, we say it every time. Keep learning, keep growing, and even in the face of evil, never let them take away your good or your fun.